Okay, so now we have to think about designing like a proper lander that can go up and down from the doodle. Is your space station falling slowly? No. I mean, in space, you're usually not falling at all or falling really fast. Why do the meters keep going slowly down? Because it's not a perfectly circular orbit. It goes from 102,000 meters on one side to 78 on the other. So on one side, it'll be going up, and on one side, it'll be going down. But it is a perfectly stable orbit. Cool. And if I need to, I can change the orbit because I do have an engine on the space station now. All right, back to the now. What we need to do is design a lander that can dock and go back and forth. So tracking station. No, we didn't want to go to the tracking station, but that's fine. All those different satellites and things out there, all over the place. Clear the launch pad of debris. And we're back here. All right, so that was what that was our rescue our transport there. So we can clear this now. And I guess we'd probably want to start with a can lander. I believe this carries 2. Right? Crew capacity 2. Oh god, I can make it square? I did not know that. Do a lot of these have variants? That one has variants. Is that the only one? I think it might be the only one. Don't have to worry about food. No, there's no life support model in the game. There are mods for life support, but the base game, and I'm just playing base game with no mods, has no life support in it. Alrighty, so I think we need feet. Oh, you know what we should do first? No, we don't need to. We don't need to save that. We should check to see if there are any actual missions to get like science from the moon or anything like that that we could finish. Position a satellite around Minmus. Observational study. Satellite around Minmus. Rescue. Test rover wheels on escape trajectory. Rescue from the surface of Minmus. Rescue from orbit. So there are a lot of rescue missions up if I need the cash, which I probably could do. Rescue from the surface sounds like an interesting one, too. Oh! I hit decline contract. I shouldn't have done that. Should have just clicked leave facility. Oops. That's okay. Boop, boo-doo, boop, 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 boo-doo, doo. So we need little booties. All right, so we need feet. And either a little baby engine on the bottom here or some little engines on the side. One or the other. Probably not going to be able to fit a small engine on the bottom here unless we use little tiny ones like these. Might be better to use side mount engines like these guys. Do they not want to mount? They don't want to mount on the sides really that well, do they? They do, but only in spaces where they're not, Wheels? No, this is just a lander. It's not a rover. I don't need wheels on it. I could snap something really tiny in there. Oh, you know what? That's why there's variants. You can turn this into a rover. Gotcha. That's what that's there for. Alrighty. How do I want to do this? Need a good wide base is a good start for booties. I'll say there's not really a good engine to use, because the engines that'll actually fit on here aren't gonna really do the trick. What I could do is put on one of those structural supports and then mount a smaller engine to the bottom, just like a really tiny one. Terrier. I need to move the legs down, but I can do that. Oh, they sank into the freaking thing. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That'll be enough for the moon. I like it with a little shroud on it. That'll be enough for the moon, because you don't need a lot of thrust to maneuver around on the moon. Okay. Doesn't have any fuel. It doesn't have anything else on it yet, though. That's the problem. So, like, it would need fuel for that engine. That's not the one. That's not the one. See, which of these fuel tanks tapers? That's 5. That's a lot of fuel. I could put that on there. That could be the fuel tank. That's a lot of fuel, though. Could do the trick, though. I gotta remember that these things don't work that well when they're top-heavy. So I could throw on a bunch of side-mount little ones. These do not want a side-mount. Like, is this a bay or something? Like, because it doesn't want to put anything on there. Is there a bay there? Ah, that's why. That's why it doesn't want to mount anything right there, because that's a little bay to put stuff in. I didn't know that's the way that worked. All right, that's fine. Lots of fuel means less refueling missions. It does. Well, because these bays are on the side, it means I'm definitely going to have to put the fuel on the top. But that's room to put stuff inside here, which is where the experiments and whatnot can go. Because what you got to do is you got to put storage units somewhere. You can mount these on the inside. Put everything you need in there. Then on this side, we could have, like a big old battery. Doesn't really want to snap on straight, but that's okay. It's gonna need a probably a solar array on there too, so it doesn't run out of juice while we're sitting down here. But that's fine. Man, this thing is cute. I think under utility there's a ladder, so let's put the ladder on. There's that. Could you put fuel tanks on the inside of the bay? I probably could fit something small in there, but not anything that would have enough fuel in it to actually do what I need this to do. Whoa. I want to make it really weird looking. Probably that's the one. God, that looks derpy. That looks so derpy. And I actually don't think that's the right size at the top here. Oh, no, it is. There's the coupler. Check to see if the ladder goes... It's got an arrow pointing down. It looks like it's right. Yeah. There's a ladder. It's got a sweet wizard's hat. We're gonna need RCS on this. Just put it... I don't think that'll block anything. Can we move that up a little bit and still have it in line? Yeah. Can we close those doors now? I'll have to open those up later, but that's fine. A little bit of RCS. Hey, Noodleman. So it's got all the experiments I could ever want. I mean, I haven't put them in there yet, but... Here, we can open the doors up, and then we can put the experiments in there. So, let's see. Goo monitor. Oh, are these the wrong ones? Storage unit. That's it. That's an experiments cargo. That's a cargo storage unit, right? Is that the right one? It's a cargo storage unit. Oh, you gotta open it up like this. Okay. The goo thing. The weather analyzer. And the experiment control station. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna grab it with the move tool and just do it. Oh, there's a bunch of them in here too. Why? What the hell is going on here? I only need one. Do. Scrooch it over to the side, and then I can put in another one. Scrooch that one over to the side too. Move it up a little, move it over, move it over. And then I could just put photovoltaics on that one. Because they need a lot of power. Put 3 of those in there. Make sure they have enough power for those stations. Cutting costs in quarters on engineering means you can always afford replacements. True. All right, so we got a battery on this side. We've got all those experiments on this side. It can go up and down all at once. It's got landing legs. Is this enough fuel, though? That's got to be enough fuel to land, right? Ooh. Oh, it shows you which direction fuel can travel. Does the lander portion need anything else other than the big oh, you know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have any monopropellant tanks. I can put one of those on the top here. Yeah, it's a great idea, Ben. Make it more top heavy. And it doesn't have any photovoltaics, but we can put those up here too. Electronics. Put a pair of those up here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Does this have a reaction wheel? It does have a reaction wheel on it. That's good. Photovoltaics on the top. It doesn't necessarily need any communications because it's got people in it. It doesn't need any return stuff. Where are we going? Well, this is going to the space station on the moon and then down to the lunar surface. The mooner surface. We got a mobile processing lab up there. I mean, we could at least put a couple things on here. Does this not want to go on the inside? No, it does not want to go on the inside, so we'll just put these on the outside. Yeah, like it doesn't want to snap to the inside of this thing correctly. That stuff down. I could put a goo container in there. I got a scanning arm, but this thing's not going to be able to get close to anybody to scan it. Beautiful. It's beautiful, is it not? All the science we could ever want to transmit back. How much does this weigh? 8 tons. Is that a lot? That seems like a lot. Science Junior's a bit high to access. Yeah, but where else would I put it? Where else would I put it? I mean, I could move it down. You know what I could also do? Because that's a lot of weight. Because that monopropellant tank actually has a lot of weight to it. I can grab side mount monopropellant tanks and just put on a fair bit of those, like, closer to the base. There we go. That's lighter and much less top-heavy. I might actually get these further down by putting them right there. Is that gonna get in the way? Not really. There we go. Add more monopropellant engines or rockets towards the top to help counteract how top-heavy it is. No. I don't think that'll be necessary. If this thing's gonna fall over, it's gonna fall over. I think he's cute. And then all we need to do is put it in a fairing and get it over there. Also put people in it. We already have a scientist. Oh, you know what we should do? This carries 2 people. We should put in a, we already have a pilot and a scientist over there, but we don't have an engineer. We should grab an engineer and bring the engineer over. Making it remote controlled so that I don't have to put a pilot in it. Another pilot in it. Reminds me of a gnome. Yeah, I like that. Especially if you look at it right here. Where's the center of gravity? Center of thrust, aerodynamics. It's not as high as I thought it might be. It's basically it's not way up here. I thought it would be up, you know, like more around here. That's not too bad. That's not as bad as I thought. Because this fuel tank is shaped like a triangle, and it uses fuel from the top down, as it used fuel, the center of gravity would shift down, making it more stable. Is this the... No, that's not the right... No, I could use a much smaller... Oh, no, that doesn't fit. Yeah. There we go. There's no need for a pilot, just send an engineer. You need the pilot to land it. That's what you need the pilot for. struts, and then add a bunch of struts on there so it doesn't wibble. It's too, that's not narrow, or it's too narrow. Go out a little bit more. There we go. That's the land, there's our lander. We can go up and down and up and down. We'll call it, we're gonna call it David the Lander instead of David the Gnome, because he kind of looks like a gnome. I'll add some struts on there so this part's a little less wibbly. He should be able to dock himself and refuel no problem. So we would just need a, not like a massive, just like a normal sized engine here with a relatively with like a low, is it the skiff? Skiff with the high specific impulse, 330? I think that's the one with the high specific impulse. 330. The skipper is 320. The poodle is 350, so it's the poodle. So there we go. The gnome class lander. Yeah, there you go. Alrighty, it's another big decoupler here. And then we need like a powerful, then we need like the main engine. Oh shit, I didn't mean to grab whatever that was. And this only is the, it's simplifying the design in that it doesn't need to go back to Kerbin, it just goes up and down. That's all it needs to do. All right, so now we need like a big ass, like the big ass fuel tank. How many of these? 2? 1? It's 56 tons right now, mostly of fuel. I think 1 in some... You know, I'm gonna make this simple. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this simple. All right, we're gonna do the mainsail, and then we're just gonna throw some boosters on it. That's an abomination. No, it's beautiful. David the Lander. He's so cute. Okay, some regular decouplers. Just some solid nothing crazy, just some solid boosters strapped to the side to get it going. Some aerodynamic nose cones. Let's make the, can I change the color on those? No, I can't. Shame. Can I change the color on the decoupler? No, I can't. Okay, well that's cool. I mean, this is not a fancy rocket. It doesn't need to be crazy. I'm gonna need some fins on it for certain though, so we'll just blip those guys on there. All right, so boosters, which will strut together. Struts. Struts, struts. Strut those together so they don't get wibbly on me. Put some struts in here because this part might get a little wibbly because we got such a tiny little engine on there. Struts. That looks good. We've got RCS thrusters. It has a reaction control wheel on the inside. There are photovoltaics there if need be. Crew. All right, Bill. Not 2 engineers. We need a pilot. Halrim Ribgun. Ribgun sounds like a good pilot, doesn't he? Ribgum is gonna fly David the Lander. Oh, I didn't check the staging. I did not check the staging, so we'll just recover this bad boy. Also, it's just sitting on its... It doesn't have, like, a tower. It's just sitting on its butt, which is always dangerous. Oh, it's stable. Let's recover that. Go back to the space station. Or the space center. Boo, boo, doo, boo, doo, doo, boo, doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo, doo. Check the staging. Always check the staging. So these guys go, decouple, the same time turn on the mainsail. Those two can go together. Fairing, decouple, last engine. Looks good. Now. Alright. So we're going to be trying out David the Lander here. Seeing if we can get him up there. Trying to simplify my rocket designs. 4 of these is probably overkill. All right, rib gun. Good luck. So far, so good. I actually could have put thrust limiters on these guys without it being an issue. Right now, we'll try to start our gravity turn. If this fails, everybody dies. There's no escape system. If there's no way out of this, if it fails, everybody dies. Getting off my axis just a little bit. But we're okay. Successful gravity turn. Yeah, stable. Okay. Woo! The boosters collided, but that's okay. That's okay. It looks so fat. Well, yeah, there's a large lander on the inside there. Oh no, I didn't tell the Kerbals that if that there's no escape system. I assured them that there most definitely was an escape system if there needed to be. All right, so we'll put that on prograde now. That was actually that was one of my smoother launches. You try staging? Oh yeah, I could. that would be interesting. Trying to use the lander to soft land it. It's got a very low specific impulse engine though, so the chances are that it would not have enough thrust to soft land on Kerbin. Do you like to level off quicker in your orbit trajectory? Generally, yeah. I mean, this is like a better gravity turn would have been more ideal in this situation to make it a smoother arc there, but I mean, it was a rocket design I hadn't used before, so the fact that nobody died, A-okay in my book. And we're above 70 now, so here, let's cancel that. We can get rid of the fairing. And we can make sure that we deploy our solar panels so we don't ever run out of juice. And just go ahead and start. Yeah, this should have plenty. This looks like it has plenty of fuel. And it's not very wibbly. I'm glad I put the struts on there. It's not very wibbly. Open that up. How far away am I from? Okay, I'm going to wait till I'm closer to my apoapsis to get a little more circular. Simple and easy. I like it. You should have seen some of my other earlier stuff. Complicated and near disastrous. I'll show you when we're done here. Maybe I'll show you. We'll get to stable orbit. I'll show you some of my other designs. All right, almost there. This is a mainsail engine, so it's got a ton of thrust. I'll wait till I'm right on top of it. Yeah, that's fine. Do 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 do. And orbit with a little bit of juice left. With a little bit of juice left. Actually, let's go back to the Space Center. Take a look at some of the earlier designs. Because there's some wonky things in there that I built. I definitely did some crazy-ass stuff. Well, more unstable than crazy. Yeah, I think that's the right word. Unstable. I would love to try to make it a board system. Have I done so? Yeah. I'm playing what I like to call Iron Man mode for Kerbal, which means no mid-mission loading and only the one save file. Well, I could quick save in the missions, but I can't go back and reload. So all deaths are final, which means I have to try to make these safe. So let's see if we go back. These are unmanned probes, transport, rescue vessel. I think the Jacob ones were the ones that oh yeah. Here we go. This was one of my first landing attempts, which was 2/3 successful. Like the ones that fell on the moon, yeah. So this one didn't have enough delta V to because this is the lander stage right above here. Didn't have enough delta V to get home, so they got to the moon, landed, collected their science, and got into an orbit around the moon. Then I had to send a rescue mission to go pick them up, which is why there are a bunch oh, no, that's not it. That's just a manned flyby. It's not the right one. Where's the rescue ones? That's why there's 6 variations of the rescue probe. That's designed to just go out there and pick people up. And, Garrick. This is my space station. Well, that's the center stage for my space station. And that's what gets it into orbit successfully. All right, let's go back to our mission. So, David the Lander. Which reminds me, we do have a pretty sweet space station over here, too. It's got all the amenities of home. This is our Lunar space station. The Section 1. Power, communications, extra fuel, extra monopropellant. So that's the refuel station, and a reaction control wheel, along with the cupola there. Then there's the Section 2 was this part right here, which was the coupler. Section 3 is the mobile processing lab, and another reaction control wheel on the other side. And then this is the rescue craft, which is fueled and ready to go, can be used for whatever anybody needs. It's there for emergencies. And we've got a pilot and a scientist on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the moon. We're going to dock with this space station. Make sure everything's fueled up and ready to go. And then we're going to do a landing and start doing some science on the moon. Of course, you got the Magnus dice on the wall. Yes! Yes, I do. That's really easy to mod in. There's just a folder where you could take the right-sized file, drag and drop it right in there. So I just went into GIMP, spent 5 minutes making a cool-looking flag, and threw it on there. I mean, I think they all technically have it on the side somewhere. I don't know where this one did have it, but I think it was on the inside of the base. All right, to the moon! I mean, we also have satellites all over the place, as you can see. 3 in Caliban, A, B, and C in a triangle. Then there's CurbSat C2 on a more elliptical, or on a like a kinked orbit there. Then we got CurbSat C1 on a polar orbit. And then we've got MinSat C1 or is that Moonsat? Moonsat C1 and MinSat C1 at the moon, and those are just relays. Okay, moon. Set as target. And all we're gonna do is add a maneuver and see what we can do. Usually takes about 850 to get a good diddly there. That's actually almost perfect. Because, to get into the right orbit for the moon, for the Garrick thing, is I have to sweep behind it and come in from the other side. Yeah, like that. Otherwise, I'll end up coming in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so we'll go to our next maneuver, warp to our next node. Which is going to be right there. Am I looking for a polar orbit? No, I'm not specifically going for a polar orbit right now. I'm just going to, because the space station is basically equatorial. I don't think it's exactly at 0, but it just goes around on a pretty flat plane there. I mean, I might be able to... Can't really see it. Maybe when we get a little bit closer, we'll be able to see it. I could always adjust its orbit, too. Burn time, 54 seconds. It's actually not... Well... I was gonna say, it's not gonna be 54 seconds because we got a different engine that's gonna do the majority of this, but... That's okay. Plenty of Delta V. Look at those guys. They're so happy. They're so happy. Alright, so we'll just wait a little bit. I'm actually just gonna burn this fuel tank off right now, because this one's a lower thrust. Fuel tank. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of my big old booty there. And then we'll use the... Is this a Poodle? Is that what it is? Poodle engine. Yeah, the Poodle. I'm getting better at docking, so hopefully we'll be able to dock successfully. Bye! Thank you for all you've done! Yeah, and in Victorian, I just read your customer support problem there. Definitely had that problem a lot in my life. Multiplayer KSP would be a lot of fun. The only problem would be is, you know, a lot of KSP is time warping, and on multiplayer, you generally have to play at the same speed. Everybody's got to be on the same speed. Alright, that should be pretty close. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, warp to our moon encounter. That is a lot of Delta V on that last stage because it's a big fuel tank on a tiny little engine. Hi, buddy. Oh, this isn't good. Alright, that's not exactly what I had in mind. All right, so let's add on a little maneuver and try to fix this. Let's see. I think what we're gonna want to do is turn this way. Turn that way. Yeah. All right. Gonna want to do it as soon as possible too. That's okay though. You know, so we don't die. And then also slow down. And not hit the surface. That looks like we're impacting just a little bit there. So why don't we, we'll do this in two, you know what, we'll go to a periapsis, like right over there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go to periapsis there, and then we'll just, do another burn. 5 minutes to my node, so we'll warp to next maneuver. You can deal with no warp multiplayer, or you could have synced warps where each player can confirms. Yeah, that would work. Still be landing just faster and sooner than planned. I like the way you think. All right, yeah, we're gonna be looking at going this way. What? Yeah, it'll be a little easier to control with the reaction control wheel once we lose the last stage.
Are you not entertained?
Jim Bill Ibley. Jim Bill Ibley blow. Thanks for the follow. All right, we're almost there. Oh, look at we're gonna need to align our orbits there too. Plenty of delta V, not a problem. Plenty of delta V. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll go here, and we'll do a twofer.
Are you not entertained?
And homing pigeon. Thanks for the diddly as well. We'll do a twofer here. We'll try to get this aligned correctly, and we'll slow down. Point 3. I guess point 3 will be close enough. And we'll also want to pull that in a bunch. That'll change things around for me, but let's see. Yeah, that's got to be off a bunch. We need to go down. Minus 1.3. 0.8. 0.4. 0.3. Close enough. Not great, but we can make it work. We can make it work. All right, node is in 2 hours. Oh, we're going pretty slow right now. Okay, so we'll just warp to our next maneuver. We're not gonna hit the thing. No, we're not gonna hit the thing. We're not gonna hit the thing. How much delta V is left on this engine? 800. We're fine. I wonder if anybody told these Kerbals there's no plan to get any of them back. Although they have a nice space station though, so that's okay. They have a beautiful space station. If I need to get them back, I just send a big fat rescue ship. Stay on target. Stay on target. I'm really bad at landing on the moon. I'm better at Minmus because of the lower gravity. Perfect. All right, what do we got here? Okay, pretty good on the plane. And now we're just going to need to do is... Here, let's, we'll go to our apoapsis, add in a maneuver. Meet, basically meet the orbits there. They're, yeah, exactly, Sparrowhawk. They're colonists. They're voluntary colonists that weren't told what they were doing. Yeah, this is fine. Derek 3. It's my pride and joy. Alright, we can point prograde here. And this is just the smallest little burn. Hugger! Tree hugger? That's what I'm gonna go with. Tree hugger, thanks for the doodly. Perfect. Alright. Now all we need to do is set up a maneuver and see how many orbits we have to wait until we... Haha! 1 orbit! And we're gonna get pretty close. Let's see, how close is that? 8.1 kilometers at 42 meters per second. Oh, over here, 2.3 kilometers, even better. And that's not, that doesn't even have a burn, that's just waiting. Although I might be able to actually, if I burn a little bit, I might be able to get that a little closer. 2.3. Separation 1.7. Or not 0.7. Even better. I'm not even gonna fuck with it any more than that. Now we just have to wait. Yeah, it's several orbits worth of waiting. Threw me off for a second there, Noodleman, when you said tonight, because for me, for me it's 11 a.m. I forgot that you're Australian. Might be easier to do this from the tracking station, but I'm nervous about doing that. And I don't think because of our altitude we can... Oh, no, we can. We can zoom faster. 0.01 meters per second, yeah. I'm always on the lookout for KSP. Is this your normal game? Yep. Well, I mean, I've been playing it a lot recently now that Breaking Ground has come out. I'm not very experienced. I'm not great at the game. Rescuing people in orbits and docking. That's basically my where I am at skill level wise. I have never landed anybody on Duna, so I've done all the Kerbal stuff. I've done a lot of Moon and Minmus stuff. I've gotten a probe to Duna, but I've never gotten any further than that. So it's still very much a... Well, I've played the game a lot. I usually, do those same things over and over and over again when new content comes out. So I'm pretty newbie. Pretty newbie. I know how to do a few things. There's my my relay. My Moonsat C1 relay. What'd you miss? We built a space station, and we're about to dock with it. It's right now, it's on the other side of the moon there. Actually, what I can do now that we're on the right orbit, I can just hit warp 2 and it'll stop for me. Look at the burn time. But that's full speed burn time. I think we're probably just gonna have to slow. It's probably gonna be retrograde, right? Yeah, retrograde. My last playthrough, I stranded someone on Duna. He was there. Oh, yeah, I got there, but I never got back. That's why I don't count it as success if the person dies. If you can get a probe to Duna, you can do anything. Well, I mean, I only got it into orbit. I didn't land it. It was just an orbital thing. The problem I had was communication. I need to get bigger, more powerful relay satellites going so that I can communicate with my unmanned probes. And considering the way I like to play is permadeath. If someone dies, it's permadeath. It means that I'm wary to risk lives sending manned probes to Duna. Done. Probably not gonna. Well, let's see. Separation. Yeah, separation's not as good as it could have been, but that was. I mean, I could have done it with maybe the RTS thrusters to get it a little better, but that's okay. That's just fine. We've already set that as target. Yep. So point retro set to target, point retrograde. Let's warp in a little more, and then we'll slow down and we'll adjust. We'll slow down a little bit and we'll adjust. All right, we'll zoom in closer and do that again. Get it down to 0 and then start moving straight towards Garrick. Oh yeah, look at that. The distance was only like 2.5 kilometers right now. Again, we'll slow down. That's about 0. So that separation's 3 kilometers. It's close enough. So we'll just point straight towards Garrick. And start moving in closer. Oh yeah, there we go. Separation, less than 100 meters. Relative speed, really close. We probably can see it. Yeah, there it is. There's the space station. All right, let's point retrograde. Getting better at this. I'm getting a little bit better. I couldn't do this before. I can do it now. All right, let's wait till we're a little bit closer, and then we'll just basically stop. There we go. Hey, buddy. All right, so we're probably going to want to try to shoot for this one as the target. And we're going to want to control from here. We actually got here with the last engine. I'll be able to transfer the remaining fuel from this into our refueler tank and then get rid of it. All right, so let's point towards the target. And then we'll switch. There we go. Let's switch. And what I'm going to need to do is basically rotate like all the way around and then twist a little. From here. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. It's gonna be right. Oh, I'm facing the wrong direction. It's right over this way. Wait, no, that's away from the target. I thought that one was away from the target. Wait, did those both say away from the target? Isn't pointing prograde towards the target? Where is he? I don't even see him here. Oh, is it? No, he's way over there. That's not even anywhere close. Maybe do I need to set the target to this? Set his target. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I had that wrong. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Align the space station. I'm sure this is perfectly fine for the people inside. All right, now we'll swap back. Hey, buddy. All right, now we'll just give it smallest amount of thrust. So we head towards the target. Gonna wanna push it just this way a little bit here. We'll use our RCS thrusters to do this. Okay, 1 meter per second. Here we go. I'm better at this than I used to be. Our first docking the science lab onto the space station this morning took like an hour and a half. But docking the rescue ship took 5 minutes. We're dying in the 90-degree weather. How am I? Well, it's AC'd in here, so I'm okay. Not dying. It's 76 degrees in my apartment. That's what I got it set to. Penny's sleeping on my feet, so she keeps those warm. All right, we'll get a little bit closer, and then we'll arrest we'll use RCS to slow down. Turn that on right now. And then we'll slow down a little bit. Plenty of monopropellant. All right, now if I rotate this, I need to get this rotated into the correct orientation so that left is left and right. Wait, if I lock it though, then left is left and right is right, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. 1.5 hours to 5 minutes to 1.5 seconds. I gotta keep up that exponential curve. All right, I got this now. Lining up the RCS thrusters to the cardinal directions was the best advice I've ever had in this game. How much power do I have? Plenty. I'm going to retract these so they're not in the way. Okay, I need to go... Nope, not that way. I need to go down. Down and to the right a little bit. Absolute best advice I think I've ever had in this game was make sure your RCS thrusters are on the cardinal directions. All right, that's pretty good right there. Pretty good. Game just lagged for a second. That scared me. So far, so good. Slow down a little bit. Left. You love the cold weather, killer. Me too. I fucking hate Florida. I am all for the cold weather. Oh, up. Slow, 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 slow. Slow. Up. 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 I did it! Yes, first try. First try. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. First try. Look at that beautiful bastard. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh my god, that's the coolest thing I've ever built in this game right here. That is by far the coolest thing I've ever done. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get rid of the rest of the fuel in this. I'm just going to transfer it out. There we go. And then we're going to get rid of this. So we'll get rid of the ass. We don't need that anymore. Bye! And now we've got a successful lander. And we've got our engineer, and we've got the pilot already in it. I was gonna say, this isn't right. There's more people, but now, yeah, we got 4 people here right now. Pilot, scientist, engineer, and a second pilot. I am so happy. That was amazing. Now what we need to do is land. I am going to refuel. This is full. I'm going to refuel the monopropellant tanks. Did that wrong. Have to do them individually to make sure those are full. Where's the last one? I think it's this one. Oh, I did that wrong again. I had multiple selected. Out. There we go. Okay, refuel the monopropellant. And now we, so we've transferred all the resources we don't need on this thing off. We transferred the resources we do need on. Land the whole space station. I did that off screen. I built a space station, and then I built an upgraded space station, and then I decided to get rid of the old space station. I docked, deorbited, and landed the old space station. You could even out the orbit on the lower... Yes, I could circularize the orbit. So this side's high, this side's low. So we can add a maneuver on here and pull this in. We want it to be at 78. That's close enough. 10 meters per second. So warp to next maneuver. Face prograde. Which engine is it going to use? There's 2 engines on this. I should definitely make sure only one of them's on, though. Let's turn this one off. Let's make sure that engine's off. Let's get this off locked. Put it on auto. So right now, none of them are on. Oh, yeah, because I haven't staged that one. Is that making it better or worse? Yeah, it needs to be the other engine. So I need to turn this one off. Turn this one on. Whoa! God, I forgot how many of those things are on this now. Maybe use lower thrust. 1/3 thrust. Try to keep it. $78, $77. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, RCS off. Well, okay, because every single one of these has RCS control. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, now it's just time to land, I guess. We might want to wait till we're on the other side, though. I'm gonna wait till we're facing the sun. Yeah, I was noticing the electrical charge was plummeting. while we weren't facing the sun. If anything, we could probably use like a designated power unit to come over here and attach on. It would have to be like longer, so it would be further away from the rest of the station. So do like a couple sections of like 2 sections of like structural tubes, and then stagger some like a bunch of power units on it, and stagger some photovoltaics. Well, I mean, the photovoltaics are fine. It's probably just the power, these guys. But let's just, Oh, can't... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's make sure that that's fully refueled. Those are good. So now we are going to... I mean, we didn't change any crew around, so we're fine here. We should extend... maybe not extend those just yet, but we should decouple this. Undock. Sure, we are on this one, and then we're going to want to just push away. Open these up. So make sure we get our electrical charge. We do have batteries on this thing. Get those extended and facing the right direction, get the charge up. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, because the landings on the moon always freak me out, I'm going to go take a really quick restroom break before we do that, so I'm not holding my bladder while we're landing. Penelope, come here. I need you. Come on, Pooch. Up. Up. You can do it. I know you're sleepy. Come on. You can do it. Hey, come on. Yeah. You could do it. There we go. There we go. Thank you. You stay here, as per usual. You stay there, and I'll be right back, okay? I just gotta go to the bathroom. Yes. Alright, stay. Here you go. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Poocha Boys. That's a good dog. Yeah. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, look at the Pooch smile. Look at that happy dog smile. Oh, she loves the attention. Smile. Okay. Done. Thank you, Betty. Good girl. We'll have some good playtime once we're done with the stream today. All right, there we go. Okay. Orbit. SAS. Retrograde. And all we have to do is deorbit now. And Smiler and Sad Eyes, thanks for the follow there. Bye. Hopefully this engine is good enough to do this. I mean, it's only... it should be fine. And we're going... Yeah, that's fine. Let's speed that up a little bit. Bye, space station. Where is it? Should be... I should still be able to see it. Should be off that way somewhere, I think. That way and above me? Can't really tell. Let's make sure we open the landers. Landing legs. Extend those. I have forgotten to do that in the past. And we'll just speed up a little bit. And we're definitely going to want to make sure this is set to the ground level. And I'm going to want to land maybe the middle of that crate. Maybe shoot for the middle of that crater. Would be a good spot. That big crater right there. So we'll burn a little bit. Slow ourselves down. I think this has enough fuel to do the mission. I think it does. Alright, so we'll do that. Thankfully, it is powerful enough to maneuver this thing around without too much issue. And if I ever need to, I got monopropellant. I'm just gonna have to watch my speed. See ya, Tree Hugger. Thanks for coming by. Gonna be playing again tomorrow if you want to watch some more disasters. That's really not much of a crater, is it? It looks much more cratery up here. That's fine. This is fine. And at some point, we're going to need to change this to surface. Probably should do it now. And start slowing down more. I mean, that's the thing, is this engine doesn't slow me down very fast. So I'm going to want to make sure I'm careful about this. Played it years ago when it was in alpha. And not on stream yet. Yeah, it's quite good these days. They've added a lot of content to it. That's good for now. The last time I tried landing, I forgot to change this from orbit to surface. That caused some issues. Just want to make sure we're nice and slow. Still pretty far up. We're going to want to be coming very on the straight down. Getting up requires less fuel, I think, than getting down, though. Because getting down, you're constantly stopping and starting and stopping and starting. Getting up, you just... Looks like we're going to be on a little uneven terrain here. I thought it looked a little more even than it looks like it might be. All right, 3,500. Start slowing down again. It might not be that bad. What's nice about this tiny little engine on here is that I can pulse it pretty easily to adjust my speed without it being an issue. Still got 1,500 meters per second left. Just want to make sure that, you know, because I can't slow down really fast. Want to make sure that once we get a little bit closer here that we're not, you know, going like 50 meters per second. All right, now we'll just start using this a small amount of thrust to keep our speed, like, ideal here. This was a lot harder when the game was in alpha. I failed at this a lot. Still got... I'm going to have a little over 1,300 meters per second by the time we're done here. You adjust the thrust output by right-clicking on the engine. Oh yeah, it's got a slider. Slow down a little bit. 10 meters per second. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 20 meters. Beautiful. Oh, that was beautiful. That was probably the softest landing I've ever softed a landing. Look at that. That was glorious. Okay, now we can open the doors. Whip. Where's my ladder? Extend the ladder. And then all we need to do is we wait for the space station to come overhead again, and we just, whip, go and meet it. Good run with luck so far. Well, I mean, we've gotten better at doing things today as the stream has gone on. All right, so the engineer is gonna EVA. Oh. Sorry, my wife's texting me. And then my phone... Screw it, was that... I think I accidentally... It's floating a little bit. Alright, so... Let's take a surface sample. Let's take an EVA report. Let's, not remove our flag. Let's plant a flag. Oh, she wants to know what's for lunch. I want Chinese today. Alrighty. 1200 Delta V is plenty much to get home. He's not no, yeah, I'm not taking this back to Kerbin. This is just going back up to the space station. And then ideally, what I'd be able to do is I'd be able to land it in the different biomes, collect samples, and then go up to the mobile processing lab, and then send all the science home. Site name. Much better landing. No one died on this mission yet. Our new, homing pigeon dropped a bunch of subs. Thanks, bud. For our new Swift Train, Fridjoff, Noodleman, and the New York Gamer. Thank you very much. Thanks for dropping the subs, bud. Okay, so, now we need to do the other things. Oh, wrong side. Well, what we could do is still... We'll have to do that from inside. God, I love that, Starship Troopers notification. Inventory. How do I do both of these at the same time? Here we go. Okay. Bill. Bill's gotta whoa, whew. There we are. We're gonna have to deploy the monitor. Good job, buddy. I'm not exactly sure how all this stuff works. I'm pretty sure it collects science over time. The weather analyzer. I don't know if that counts. I brought a weather analyzer to a body with no climate. With no atmosphere. All right. Place the part. We're gonna pop over here. Didn't even... Alright, that's just an animation. It's just an animation. There we go. 10 out of 10 overpacking. Oh, I overpacked. I brought 3 photovoltaics. I think I only needed 1. I just wanted to make sure there was enough power. Here, let's go over here, and we're gonna put these behind these things. so they look cool. Because the last time I did this, there's never enough power. But I didn't have an engineer doing this, and the engineers produce more power when they set these up. I think that's how that works. And I think that these will slowly transmit science back to wherever science may be, your local science collection station. This way. Then we'll come in from this side. Pop down right there. Oh, okay, so the wind stopped. That's probably a good thing. And let's just check. That's this. Experiments collected, comm signal. Total power needed 2. Total power available 6. Module enabled true. Okay, so this is all working. It's gathering 0.05625 science per hour. Find it interesting in the game, but a little yeah, it is a little technical. You've had quite a few problems with ship construction and building the right craft for the right job. Yeah, a lot of finickiness to it. Leah, you know I'm streaming. Okay, science things at the top. And a scientist can reset all these. Wait, actually I should be able to get back inside and use that, right? Close the doors. Okay, well, can I not close the doors from here? Oh, no, there we go. Point 0.5656. I think it's 0.056. I think that's more like, it's more like that. Hang on, I gotta blow my nose. Okay, hey, look at that. Look at that beautiful thing. It only needed one of those, so I could probably pack them up and leave, but I'm just gonna leave them there because I like the way it looks, honestly. I like the way it looks. We already looked at this. Didn't we? Do we take a crew report? Crew report. I think that's everything to do. Ribgun hasn't taken an EVA report. I think they could each do an individual one, right? Can I... No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, I can't carry both of them. What's the motor sounds? Oh, that's, that is this little guy right here. It's a, autonomous mystery goo observation bay. And I took a surface sample with Bill. With Billiam. So every once in a while that thing's moving and that's making the motor noise. Alright, let's retract ladder. Now, where is... There's Garrick. So I gotta wait till Garrick basically comes back overhead, and then I gotta go up and meet him. And hopefully have enough juice left in the engines for that. I've never done this before. Going from a stationary position up to meet it, but I think what you want to do is just wait till it's basically overhead. Or maybe a little bit before you. And then go up and meet it. I think. I'm gonna wait till it's like about maybe over here. And then I'm just gonna take off and see if I can meet the space station. I think that's what you want to do. But I've only ever done intercepts from an orbit to an orbit, not from the ground to an orbit. So we'll wait till he's, you know, coming up on me, and then we'll take off and we'll go meet him. I mean, he's not going that fast, right? 400? It's not that fast. A little bit closer, maybe? All right, so we're going to go there, and then we are going to... We want to go towards the target. So we're going to take off and go towards the target. Is this engine off? Why don't I have any control? What's going on? Be behind. Why can't I control this right now? What's going on? I have no control. It's got, what am I missing something? What am I missing? It's got power. I can't even turn anything on. I can't power up. What is going on? Why can't I control this? Oh, am I still time warping? Oh, shit. Fuck. There you go. And I warped way past where... Okay. Sorry. Thanks, guys. I thought I turned that off. I thought we gotta have to wait another orbit, but that'll only take a second here. That was my bad. I thought I had turned that off, but I left it on 10 times, so I couldn't control anything. And then I had a panic attack. So we'll wait till he's again, like, coming up on us, and then we'll go. And this time, we'll put it on ×1. Set it to target. Or no, we wanted to go and prograde into orbit because we're on the same orbital plane. Oh, that's having me go the wrong direction, though. I need to go the other way. I need to go, like, this way. Okay, so, yeah. Why is it... I could make... What... Burn at 180? Okay. Yeah, no, you're right about that. Which way is 180? I'm on 270. 180. Hey! No, yeah, that's fine.
Because you said you wanted Chinese.
Either one's fine, I'm fine. I could go either way. I think 270 was more what I needed.
What size pizza do you want?
Large. Not the extra large, just a regular large.
Half pepperoni, half cheese?
Yeah.
Cheese sticks?
Whatever you want. Yeah, get something on the side, but whatever you feel in the mood for. 270 was right. And now we'll go up. There we go. Better. Okay, I got it now. Oh! So out a little bit more. We're actually really close. We need to go out, you know, out a little bit further, like this way. Get that closer. That's actually pretty close. And then we're gonna need a burn to stop. Oh, it's gonna be close on the Delta V to get this aligned, though. Because we definitely wasted, what, 200, 250, like, figuring out which direction we had to go. Alright, so, yeah, we gotta get up here and then gun it. Target. Retrograde. Yeah, we'll just do that. It's gotta be. We still have the monopropellant though. Right. Not perfect. Not perfect at all. But that's okay. As long as we're safe. As long as we're safe. Oh yeah. I think we'll be fine because we're in a safe orbit now. What I could just do is wait around and wait in orbit until we get here. Till we get to this, until we get to that one. And then adjust again. Adjust the speed at retrograde. Not that much. And then we'll adjust the distance. Retract landing things. Oh yeah, I'll do that. I mean, right now it doesn't matter because we're in a vacuum, but I'll make sure I do that. For looks. All right, let's we're going pretty slow, but let's start closing the distance. One. How's the game?
Just, good. Just stream till whenever. You've got about 45
Till the food,
minutes.
till the food comes?
Yeah, you've got about 45 minutes. I think I'm dehydrated. I go to do abs, and something in here, like, pulls.
Just drink more water, see what happens.
Yeah, I think I'm dehydrated. It feels like that, you know, like when you get cramps when you're running?
Yeah.
It feels exactly like that.
Just drink some more water. And see what happens. How much longer are we streaming for? A little bit longer, at least until we finish right here. Definitely at least until we finish right here. So let's slow down again until we dock. I cannot believe this mission worked. Slow down. All right, what's that at? 2, 3. Yeah, we're getting a little further away now, but I wanted to get the speed down. I think we're gonna have enough fuel to make this work. And I'm gonna be streaming this again tomorrow at the same time, 8 a.m. Eastern. Oh, that's really good right there. 200 meters away at 2.7 meters per second. See you, Niffy. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the cheer. That's really close. All right, retrograde. How much fuel's left? We're fine. This is perfect. All right, bring the speed to 0. And where is she? There she is. Hi, friend. All right, so we need to face towards the target. Close the distance. Just go up to 2 meters per second. And we'll definitely not hit the target. Here, let's point retrograde before we get there. Let's bring the legs back in. And we'll retract these once we get right in there. All right, that's close enough. Slow down. This tiny little engine on a big ship, on this, like, relatively fat ship, I really like the dynamic of how that works. It makes control very easy. Control from here. All right, let's face towards the target. And then we'll switch and we'll align. What I'm going to need to do is set that as my target. And control from here. There we go. Line that up. So they're looking right at each other. All right, perfect. Switch back. And turn on the RCS engines and let's go forward. Here we'll switch to docking mode and put it on locked. All right, there we go. I'm so happy that I'm getting better at this. All right, let's slow down now. Left. Right. Left. Right. All right, almost there. Almost there. Hey, you're using your new wallet. Yay. All right. Down. Down. Up. Slow. Up, 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 up. Forward. Oh, shit. We were off on an entire axis. Right. Right. Forward. Forward. Right. Whoa! Yes, we did it! We did it! We did it! Now, how do we do the science thing? How do we process all the science in the lab? All right, so this has okay, I got an idea. Where's the scientist? EVA. Whoa! That scared me. Cuz she's got some stuff to do. All right. And then we're just going to pop down over this way. And you are going to collect the data and restore that to working order. Okay. Now you need to go untethered EVA for the win. This is not dangerous at all. Whoa! Especially when you hit the wrong button. Gather data. That one. Collect data. Remove data and restore it. And then we should just be able to take the data from here. All right, so we got all the experiments now. All the experiments. All the science has been reset. So now we need to go back to the science module. Don't break the photovoltaics off with my face. Where's the door? Here it is. And go back in. All right, so all that's been added. So now what do we do with it? Start our research? Or do we just transmit the science back? I honestly don't know how these work. Because they're not actually producing any science here. Research or try. Well, I put research on, but it's not actually doing anything. So what do I have to wait? Do you have my scientists on board? Yeah, that's my scientist in there. That's the scientist in there. Well, it says it takes time, but it also says it's not producing any science at all. It says 0. Should design the door so it's clear to see. Well, I mean, that's not up to me. That's up to the people who modeled it. Put the scientist in the research module and research. That's what I've done. Because it doesn't actually say anything's happening, though. The scientist is in is in the processing thing. Need to move the experiments to the research module. I already did. She collected all the data and brought it on over. Because she went out and she grabbed it from here, and she grabbed it from there, and she grabbed it from here, and she brought it on over to here. She's got all the data. So I've got all this science. EVA report, materials study, goo observation, crew report, and the surface sample and the EVA report. Oh, here we go. There's another button. There we go. There's another button here. Process in the lab, 40 data, 200 science. Oh, it's going to take a long time. That's okay. Well, I could actually transmit a lot of this science back at full. So, like, this I can transmit back for 100%. This one I can transmit back. And the rest of them I'll keep. Yeah! There we go. You get tons more if you do the research. Oh, shit. I thought it was just even. Oh, okay. That's okay. I only sent back 2 of them. The other 3 we got here. Ah, this is so cool. This is so cool. So we've got 325 data here. And yeah, there, it's producing. So if I speed this up. Yeah, look at that. It's producing science. And, oh yeah, it's going to produce a lot of science, too. Okay. Now, the limiting factor is how much does this fuel tank actually hold? Because I can go down, get more stuff. How's the research tree going? I'm like halfway through, I think. Can only hold 500 points of science, so at some point you need to transmit it back. Okay, that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll refuel this. So that's a pretty big fuel tank on there. Oh yeah, it's got enough fuel in there for several trips. Several trips. So refuel the fuel tank. I barely used any monopropellant, so that's fine. I'll just leave that. And now this thing is fully refurbished and good to go on another trip. So what I could do is I could get it into a different biome. I could throw it in different places, because going to different biomes gives you different stuff. And you know what I haven't done yet is I haven't collected rock samples, but I need a rover. So I need to get some sort of rover out here too. Yeah, and then when I run out, I can send up a tanker and refuel the whole thing. Basically send up like a big autonomous ship. It would just have to have a fair bit of RCS on it, so I could control it easily in like a reaction control wheel. And I would probably want to make it returnable so that I could save money. Station looks cool, doesn't it? Doesn't the station look cool? This is the permanent section, and these are this is the temporary access. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's head back to the Space Center. Slowly but surely turning this to Aurora 4X with Kerbals. I'm okay with that, Zate. I am okay with that analogy. Okay, so let's take a look, because somebody wanted to see what this looks like. This is what it looks like right now. So we're about halfway through in terms of unlocked nodules. Precision propulsion, I'm not too worried about. Because I can control one of the, this is a big inline reaction wheel. And, side mount, monopropellant tanks. Verter engines are really useful. There's a lot of stuff in here I want, though. I don't necessarily know if I want to, grab this. Although the big inland reaction wheel would be useful. Hey, Ben. We have been not working on aerodynamics because I hate space planes. I'm terrible with them. I'm absolutely terrible with space planes. There's the atomic rocket motor. Bigger fuel tanks. Let's see, inflatable airlock, a quad coupler. Oh, that's the more aerodynamic shield port. Girders, composite materials, engine plate, inline clampetron. That's nice. Protective rocket nose. So that's just a big nose cone. Is that a larger? That looks like a larger fairing. This would allow me to build a proper space shuttle. Field science would be nice, though, so I could build better rovers. Scanning tech would be super useful. So I can make satellites. This I want. I really want that. Ooh, Grand Slam passive seismometer. Ground communications. Better relays. Yeah, that'd be really useful. And more science stuff. Should we wait? I mean, advanced landing is something I've wanted. Yeah, there's 3 things in here that would be really useful. The larger heat shield, the better landing legs, and the larger parachute. I'm just going to go ahead and take that right now. Pretty big fan of the ion engines. Yeah, those are cool. Try to keep the research station at capacity at 750. It will produce much faster the more data is available. You also need to level up the scientists. Well, let's pop back over to the station and see if that scientist has some stuff could level up yet. I mean, I doubt it. She's a level 1, I believe. So we'll go back to Garrick 3. Putting this station in orbit around the moon has been a brilliant learning experience. It's been absolutely a blast. I've had so much fun doing it. Except for getting the science lab over here. That was a son of a bitch. Somebody just upgraded the pilot upgraded to level 2. So there's that. That's cool. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with that. That's just, oh, the most fun. One of the easy ways to level up Kerbins is to put them in different orbits. So you can quickly go in and out of orbit around the sun to get a level. Oh, okay. But I am actually going to wrap up the stream right here. I'm about 30 minutes past when I normally would have ended anyway, but I really wanted to finish that mission. I had a lot of fun with it, and I really wanted to finish it. But thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it, especially to the new people, and all of the cheers and the new subs and stuff like that. It's been a great stream. I've had a lot of fun. Zion Zeta, thanks for the follow as well. I'm going to be continuing this game tomorrow at the same time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. But the entire schedule for streaming is always posted on my Discord. So let me get you a link to that. If anybody wants to pop in, decent sized community, and all the information's in there, and everybody's really helpful. It's a great place to hang out if you want to come by. But like I said, thanks for watching. All of the past and present and future episodes will also be uploaded to YouTube if you ever want to catch those. And I'll see you next time. Bye.